Look, my work is about publicity and so on, and I know how we do it.
What do you also say to people who say that there was some voter apathy as well?
Why would there be voter apathy? It still boils the issue of enlightenment. It boils down to the issue of voter awareness.
Did you notice that? Because you said Anambrans came out to vote.
No. If for close to a population of 4 million, 1.8 million came out to vote, and out of that 1.8 million,
1.8 million are registered voters.
Registered voters.
Yes.
Out of the 4 million, and of course, out of that, less than 800,000 voted. Will you call that came out to vote? Right. The issue is about are the people educated? This issue is not INEC alone. It is a 3-point problem, challenge. One, the people themselves. Are they interested in the electoral process? Mm-hmm. The political parties, do they conduct or involve themselves in voter education? Mm-hmm. Then INEC, do they conduct mass enlightenment of the general public as to the activities?
But you've raised the questions. From what you saw on that day, what would be your answer to them?
Well, nothing is on ground.
So you think the people are not exactly interested?
They are not educated. They are not mobilized for the election. It's a hype that people, just some few weeks to the election, when the window for all the activities have been closed. Many people did not vote. Many people did not care to know where they are where they are going to vote. If not, only you will have known that indeed his name is not on the register.
So since
so you blame him for that?
Why won't I blame him? Is it the fault of Jerica to go and bring your name day here? It's not the fault of Jega or any officer.
I think some wouldn't let that pass, because if you registered, then you have registered. So if INEC goofed, then we should let INEC know that they goofed. You shouldn't make it seem as if I must come check my name to reconfirm and re-verify to say if my name was on that particular document.
We all know the computer now. The computer can make things difficult.
It is only in Nigeria computers make things difficult. No, we thought that it is for effectiveness, efficiency. That is why we talk about.
That's why we have the claims and objection period, so that you go there and look at it and ensure that things are done. Look at it now. The event has happened. The man did not vote.
Okay, but now I have a voter's card.
Whose fault? Who lost?
No, we shouldn't let that pass now.
Yes, yes.
They register, which a whole lot of people have complained about. And you also said it was a case of disenfranchisement because a lot of people didn't get to find their names on that particular register.
Yes.
Who should the blame be on?
I say the blame is for, in fact, the three parties. The political party should ensure that the name as it is should be correct, because who will lose voters is the political party. The candidate, the voters too must ensure that their names are on the voters card, on the voters register, because on election day they become a mumu, as we say, because you are useless and your vote is important. You can only express your vote on election day, and if your name is not on the register on election day, you can't vote no matter who you are.
But then
INEC itself must up its games. So all of us are involved in this process.
In the course of registration, you're given a card. Shouldn't that card suffice? Why do we have to keep on going back and forth? I mean, I registered, I was given a card to say I have registered. So why are we going back and forth? Because some of these people came out with their cards and didn't find their names.
We still have that challenge of record keeping in Nigeria.
Is it that after collecting the names and issuing the voter's card, they go back and the names are deleted from the database?
Anything could have happened along the line. Anything could have happened. Those ones, they have the card. I said, people told me, we voted here in I will look at the name now. The guy told me he voted in that place. Dokuno something. He said he voted there. I'll get the name. He said he voted there. I said, you voted there. What happened to you?
Dunukofia.
No, not Dunukofia. It's another name. There's a village near Peter Obi's town. He said he voted there, and I said, then what is the problem with you now? Go and vote there. And he said, they could not find his name there. I said, what happened? He said, that's what he saw. I look at where I wrote it, so as not to
on that election day, there was restriction on movement. How come the news we heard was that...
Umodi Makasi, sorry, Makasi. That's why he said he voted. In the town hall, there is a Ward 2, and the polling unit is 019. He said he voted there. At the last last election.
elections.
So his name was not there. Another one again, in Amutu Hall, the same one too in Agulu. That's what number is 015. He said his name was not there too. In Anambra local government.
So in all this, INEC failed the people.
That's it. Because the expectations was not too high.
And there was not enough awareness for the voters.
Yes. And I want to use this opportunity to call on INEC and all stakeholders. All of us are involved in election. We must, because as
from what you saw, would you agree that we go for a supplementary election or an outright cancellation?
Outright cancellation. Supplementary election will bring problems and challenges. I can assure you. Mark my word. Why? Because there are so many challenges, there are so many discrepancies on the ground. I'm a lawyer, I know what I'm talking about, and I know these election tribunal lawyers.
Then when you talk about outright cancellation, are we not also heading for trouble? Because we have a fundamental problem. If the fundamental problem is the register, do you think that the register will be corrected within, or can be corrected within the time that we're supposed to be preparing for fresh elections?
Obviously, it can
especially
be corrected.
When it can.
You see, all hands will be on deck. As I talk to you now, INEC has officers, that's even stationary officers, that's my statutory officers, in 774 local governments all over Nigeria, apart from the headquarters. So what stops them from deploying all their staffers to Oka for the purposes of giving us a wonderful, free and fair election? Can you tell me an election is free and fair when one of the candidates that is involved did not vote?
But we can't be Mr. Obade, we can't be talking about free and fair election if the register is actually doctored.
That's where I'm going.
Because a doctored register is maybe that's the word we're running away from. That's a doctored document, a document that shows your name, and a couple of days before election, your name suddenly disappears.
That's what I'm saying. So you agree with me? So since the document is doctored, so why don't we all face it? I'm
getting a little confused though. You seem to blame the candidate on one hand and...
All of them. I'm not blaming anything.
So if you say that the candidate is responsible for ensuring that his name should be there and he did not make sure of that, then and he should bear the blame or bear the brunt, one of the brunts would be that he won't be able to vote.
Let me just give you an example now. Somebody sent a document to you, or he sent an email to you. We know emails bounces back, and you didn't get the mail. You kept quiet, you did not react that I didn't get your mail, and that email you are supposed to do something that would be injurious to your interest.
I think this still does not hold, because I know why an email will not get to the recipient if you don't have the right address.
No, sometimes you have the right address and it bounces back.
No, certainly. If you check it, that means the person doesn't have the right address. So that is why we're saying that those who man INEC's IT department, when they say this is electronically generated, talking about the register, they haven't actually done their homework. And we're hoping, as you rightly said, they should have listened and subsequently do the right thing. Well, we're hoping that, as they go for the supplementary election, your initiative will be there, the Voters Awareness Initiative. Wale Gwade would like to thank you so very much for finding time to join us. He's a lawyer and also the president of the Voter Awareness Initiative. Well, Sunrise Daily takes a moment now, and we'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
If you want to know what's trending or you miss your favorite live shows, you can watch it all on our YouTube channel. Simply log on to www.youtube.com/channelsweb, scroll down to your favorite program and click play. You can also view all uploaded videos by clicking on View All. Don't forget to subscribe and get the latest videos. If they are interesting, like them and be heard. Get connected with the channel's television YouTube page. The news at your fingertips.
Well, let's see your views and comments just before we leave the studios this morning. And the very first one we have Isi Guzon. He says INEC should accept their inability to do a good work and cancel the elections.
I think we have Henry writing in from Lagos. He says, why do we dwell so much on problems in this country rather than finding solutions? So INEC needs to prevent candidates and money bags from funding elections. Elections should be funded by the populace, companies and organizations, neutral bodies. There will always be tension in the polity if this anomaly is not stopped.